Sí, ha dicho la mujer de Hailey.
Qué raro está caso cerrado.
¡Por culo a caso cerrado! ¡Por culo! El típico coche de GTA, ¿eh? De las carreritas que pone Josepo. Míralo. Es este. El que está todo reventado y siempre pone Josepo y da puto asco porque derrapa. Literalmente es este coche, ¿eh? Ah, que es suyo.
Ready?
I've tried to take a real step back and allow him his process. And my involvement in the earlier albums is finding songs and finding producers and finding writers. But really from Journals on, his process usually starts with him just going in and experimenting for a solid 6 months before we even talk one song.
Every time I pull it, when I gun it down.
Es que después de 2 años hacer un álbum tiene que ser complicado, porque además la gente, pues claro, espera que sea la polla, ¿no? Debe ser una presión gorda, gorda.
Yo, I'm so pumped. You know who's here?
Right. Yeah, of course he is.
We got a party.
Hey.
He's here.
I initially got connected to Justin back in 2009. Yeah, the joke was always like, Usher hired me to be his swagger coach.
Here, no, you do this.
We'll do the ad-libs and then we'll just go from there. Okay. Josh just wants to go home.
Oh, new perspective from life.
Okay. That's great. That's really good. Okay, you
Ha
see
quedado
what I did there?
increíble.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, new perspective of life.
Igual.
Watching Justin do what he does is it's pretty special. I mean, in the studio, in that booth, like he goes into a different world and he's just really good at what he does. And it's cool to be able to like watch the process of it all.
Yeah, every time I come around, you get it done. 50-50, love the way you split it. 100 racks on me, spin it, babe. Light a match, get lit, it, babe.
Justin's enabled my whole entire career. About 10 years we've been working together.
I love Josh. He helps facilitate everything, makes everything a lot easier. And I've known him for so long. We just have a chemistry and we just vibe together, so.
Yeah, me and Josh are super close.
You know, we collaborate in different ways. I get songs for him. I cut his vocals. I mix his vocals. I mix his music. Just like a music curator for Justin.
Es su bizarrap personal.
Josh Goodwin is incredibly instrumental in his process. They've been working together, vocal engineer and, you know, album producer for a long time now.
All right.
Oh, give me 1 second here.
Nah.
Finish prepping this.
Because we work fast, bro.
Oh, we work very fast.
Come on.
It's true.
He puts you in kind of tough situations, but at the end of the day, those situations make you strong.
My favorite thing about working with Josh is probably just the fact that I love him as a person. I'd love to just sit in a room with him and just chill. So like the fact that I get to like hang, listen to tunes, like vibe, laugh. We have a really similar sense of humor.
Hey, Josh, I don't pay you to go to the bathroom, bro. Just so you know.
Josh is kind of the recording Sherpa. Josh is really the only one in the room. Cutting him and vocal producing him and helping him pick the songs. Josh is a very integral part of Justin making music and has been since the beginning. There isn't an album Justin's worked on that Josh hasn't been a part of with him.
He knows when I'm like, I don't have it during the day. Like sometimes I'll come in and I'll be like, it just won't be a day for me to like get anything done. He'll just basically know like, all right, JB, like, let's just come back and get it tomorrow, you know? And I know I don't take that as like, what, you think I'm shitty today? I'm just like, yeah, you're right, I just don't have it today.
Where you going, don't go far, love. Blessings sent to me, that's what you are, love.
Ya lo conoce, hombre, que claro, es que trabajando 10 años juntos, ya lo conoce tanto que llega un momento que cuando ya lo nota, este tío tiene hoy el día cruzado, le dice, vete a casa y vuelve mañana, crack. Eso es bueno, eso es bueno.
Blessings sent to me, that's what you are.
I I love being a part of the process. I love watching him do what he's so good at. Even if it means me laying on the couch until 3, 4 in the morning, binge watching TV shows and just being around, I just enjoy the energy that goes into it. We turn it into a really fun process. You know, we've brought friends around and people just kind of hang, and I don't know, I just feel at home wherever he is. So if he's holed up in the studio, that feels like home to me.
Singing songs, sharing his music, it's one of the things that makes him happy. It's one of the things that he loves to do. It feeds his soul. So to see him back in the studio, it brings me joy because I see the joy he gets from making music and sharing music. I'm pumped. I missed hearing his voice.
Mama, never feeling good enough. All I ever did was let you down. Never understood why you stayed around. Ever since I can remember.
Este es el micro de Bizarrap, ¿no? Ahora que me fijo. No, es el mismo micro, ¿no? ¿Verdad? Parece el mismo micro de Biza, ¿no? Bueno, debe ser un micro de estos ultra mega profesionales bueno, para grabar música. Pero parece el mismo micro, la verdad.
After Believe, Justin started taking more control of his creative ideas. As a young artist, you know, things were chosen for him, and now he's fully accountable for his choices on this album. He's in a once-in-a-lifetime spot in his whole life right now.
This is gonna be so beautiful. I'm gonna destroy this part, bro.
He is such a perfectionist and he's so good at what he does that there's a whole different energy when Justin is really like in his zone and really doing his thing that I can't really explain, and maybe by watching this people will kind of get a glimpse into his world.
Just gonna get into the zone real quick. Sometimes it feels good to cry,
Que la gente se pensaba que la última sesión iba a ser con Justin Bieber. Madre mía. Hasta yo me lo llegué a creer, tío. Es que de verdad, me cago en la puta. Hasta yo hubo un momento que es que casi me lo creo, ¿eh? Hubo un momento que hasta dudé. Dije, hostia, no me jodas, tío. Pero que va.
That was hard, dude.
He works extremely hard. He's a perfectionist. You know, he wants to recut songs all the time, like, because he hears things that other people don't hear.
We gotta recut double negative, because that's an old vocal.
We should cut changes today, right? Line by line.
You cut it already? Or?
Yeah, it sounds terrible.
Okay.
Am I a perfectionist? Oh, yeah.
The reason why I sing it so many times, and people probably don't understand, I want it perfect. I can never remake this album. It just, once it comes out, it's out. You know? So, it's gotta be perfect.
Pues esa que estaba cantando en un temazo, ¿eh? La estaba repitiendo 50 veces en plan, no me convence. Hizo bien en sacarla.
I think for me, things have always been so polished and so like perfect, and everything needed to be so perfect, and I just felt like I had to worry about literally everything. Like, don't touch your face that way, don't touch your hair, you're ruining, you got a stain on your shirt. Like, that's why these little things, like, I really just don't want to even make that a huge deal. But anyways, I could get how audio could get if I'm doing this the whole time. I'm done. That's it, right? That's a wrap on Yummy.
¡Vamos!
See you next song, you freaks.
¿Me acaba de llamar friki? Bueno, sí soy. A ver.
pay to eat.
Oye, ¿y yo cómo edito esto? Hockey, esto no lo tienes que editar. Hoy no ganas pasta, Hockey. Jódete, cabrón. Esto no lo tienes que editar, Hockey. Tranquilo.
You stand around here, painting your toes, drinking IPAs. What do you think this is, vacation? We're making a damn album here. I got this documented. You're over here lounging.
Hoy no cobras, Hockey. Mañana puede ser.
Sígame bonita, baby, ay, ay. Yeah, sígame bonita, baby, ay, ay.
Justin's work ethic is random, but it's very strong. It's Sunday, hanging out with the family, pool party. I'll get a text from Justin and be like, studio ? And like, I'm here having a barbecue, cooking food, and like, I'm like, oh damn. And I'm like, how long? He's like, 20 minutes.
Just seeing the drive and the work that goes into it, it's a lot. It takes a lot of hard work.
En lo personal no me gusta Justin Bieber, pero sí me gusta el chisme. Saludos viejo sabroso, gracias por hacer nuestros días más bonitos.
Muchas gracias a ti,
Ojalá
hombre.
supiera el bien que nos hace a los aurones tenerte aquí.
¡Miss Melanza! Un saludito, un saludito. Bueno, se ve que el documental va... O sea, ahora es todo muy bonito, pero se ve que va a tener su parte más oscura. A ver qué tal.
Is it noche?
Sí, noche.
Noche. Hasta, you don't pronounce the H?
Hasta.
Hasta de la noche.
I don't speak Spanish. Singers are good at imitating. So I guess I'm just good at imitating. I can hear it and then just repeat it.
Hasta de la noche de mañana. Yeah, yeah.
Hasta de la noche de mañana. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hasta de la noche. Okay.
De la.
Yeah, I'm just, bro.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry.
I know you're excited.
Estás emocionado.
¿Ves muchos documentales, pero cuando veremos el tuyo?
Mañana se estrena en Pinterest.
Watching somebody work and live in their purpose is extremely gratifying, especially for me, and like seeing him sink his teeth and finding joy and doing what he loves and doing what he's like purposed to do.
He just kind of writes and writes and writes, and we kind of narrow it down to what he wants the body of work to be.
We're able to get all this bed of ideas and songs and really cherry pick the ones that are tight and put that on the board.
Esa canción que habéis escuchado nunca salió. Es con J Balvin. Se llama La Bamba, pero la descartó del álbum. Cositas.
Pooh Bear's gonna get back in the lab again this week.
Eso es porque ya sabía lo que se le venía con Residente. Porque Justin Bieber es bueno, es adivino.
Cut over to Pooh Bear. Go it up.
Pooh Bear is Justin's main collaborator in terms of writing, who knows Justin so well.
Need you permanent in my life, always.
When Justin calls and like gives him the outline of an idea, Pooh really knows what to do with it and where to go with it.
Hey.
Yeah. Justin's great at challenging me creatively. His work ethics are so amazing.
Him and Pooh have an amazing chemistry. A lot of these verses that they write together.
Can't nobody want nobody. Can't. Need you pump. Ain't nobody ever gonna take your place.
Ah, como canta este también, ¿eh?
Most
No veas.
prolific songwriters
Oh, puta.
of our generation. He writes 3 songs a day, sometimes every day.
Y yo pensé que el consultorio sería hablando de sexo y cariñosas y ahora ando viendo a este Justin chupa la guardo.
Pero es que Ezequiel, yo no sé qué te has pensado que es eso. En la vida hemos hablado de esa mierda aquí. Saluditos, Ezequiel.
Yeah, Pooh Bear's been someone who has just been in my life for a very long time, and I love him and I respect him, and I think he's a tremendous human being.
Habla de mí.
No, you'll be permanent in my life, right?
Yeah.
Let me get that. You'll be permanent in my life, always.
Ain't nobody ever.
Estaba hablando de mí, pero yo le dije, Justin, no digas mi nombre, tío, porque la gente luego va a pensar algo raro. Pero eso iba dirigido a mí.
We're going take.
Yeah, okay. Ain't nobody ever gonna take your place.
I think he knows me, you know, and he knows what I'm going through, and he kind of sees my journey. He's got a mind like no other. He's so talented, and he helps me articulate what I want to say better than I think anybody.
What you say?
Gone. Just gone.
Ain't nobody ever gonna take.
Yeah, instead of gonna?
No, that's way cool. Gone, cause it's gone's country.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody ever gonna take your place. Your place. Let's see that.
I think we're each other's spirit animals. We've got a rhythm down. We figured each other out, and we're able to deliver, which is one of the harder parts to do in the music business is to deliver.
It's freakishly talented. You're freakishly talented.
Thank you.
Hombre, la verdad es que no veas cómo canta, ¿eh?
You know, words and the melodies and stuff.
So this producer named Tiny, I have him send me beats just in case Justin wants to write to something. And I happened to be at the record plant with BIEBER, and BIEBER asked if I had any beats, so I played a couple Tiny ones. He loved Habitual, and then Justin asked if BIEBER has sent any new songs over, and I was like, well, we just did this one together a couple weeks ago at record plant.
What everyone do? We did a new BIEBER record that he just sent.
Just to think that we've been out here this whole time, working through the seasons. Never crossed paths till we had a reason. Now it's my days of our nights. Ain't no repercussions. Never get enough. I'm only for you. So put you on. Not for a moment, forever. No, it sounds untraditional. Yeah. Never.
Si no llevas ropa de su marca, no te deja entrar al estudio, ¿eh? Es obligatorio. Es increíble.
So, BIEBER basically partnered with me on every song on this album. He wrote this song with the help of this guy over here. Habitual. It's one of my favorite songs. I'm gonna go cut it. I just heard it for the first time. It's like not often where I hear something right away and I'm like, this is so tight. Let's get in the booth now and cut it.
He cut it that night. There's only been a couple songs he's done that with. Most songs he has to live with, make sure it's, you know, worth him putting all his energy into it. And it's like a first date, you know, not every first date you score, right? You know, you want to take your time with it and make sure you're doing the right thing. It's like the same thing with the song. I'm not saying scoring like a creepy way. I'm like, you know, like chemistry matches score.
Thinking about coming back to the studio and jumping in this music thing is
No lo digo en plan guarro.
habit forming. His love for it is habitual.
My love for you's habitual, yeah.
Justin always, in his process, has not wanted a lot of people around. So that hasn't changed that much. It usually is just usually him and Josh when he's cutting the record.
My love for you's habitual, yeah. Frank. My love for
Superstars just feel like whatever they sing is amazing because of who they are, and he's able to just completely push that to the side and just, you know, strive for greatness.
Is it too hard?
Never ungrateful for it. That's how we perform.
That's how soft he is.
And at the same time, he's extremely humble.
Auron, estos son cantantes de verdad, tienen buena voz, cantan cosas con un poco de sentido, son unos crack. Adele, Justin, me gusta que estés mostrándole una buena cultura a tu comunidad, te quiero.
¡Chris! Un saludito. Bueno, a ver, yo sobre la música, cada uno que escuche lo que le salga de los huevos, ¿eh? Aquí no nos metemos con nadie ni con nada. Pero, oye, pues, no sé, que cada uno escuche lo que quiera. Pero claro, luego hay gente que canta mejor que otra. Eso es un hecho indiscutible e irrefutable, claro. Pero luego cada uno, si a ti te gusta escuchar X, adelante, disfrútalo.
And in the past, the media is kind of like played him out to be something completely different, but being around him and being up and close with him for 7 years now just lets me see that he's a sweetheart, you know, a big-hearted individual, and he just wants to be the best version of himself that he could possibly be.
Yeah, can you send me those? Yeah. Like, just, like, literally spend 10 on each or something. Other than anything else, please.
Qué puto coñazo grabar un disco, tío. Qué puto coñazo debe ser, tío. Ahí hasta las tantas de la noche cada puto día alimentándote de kebabs, tío. Pues ya nos hemos comido otro. Madre mía, pues nada, pues siguiente. Pues siguiente, pues muy bien, pues venga, coño.
Playground? Does this look like a playground to you? This is a studio workplace, and you're disrupting me. That is not cool. With that outfit on, I put that in my Cosmo fashion outfit and get a D-.
Ah, vale, vale. No, por un momento me he asustado. Digo, joder, la que le está soltando, ¿no? por un momento me ha asustado. Digo, no sabía si reírme o ponerme serio. Digo, hostia, le está diciendo de todo. Luego le dice, te quiero. Ah, vale, vale, bueno. Es bromitas. Claro, había un momento, digo, no sé si reírme, la verdad, porque...
Since I was young, I always like wanted to be married. I always wanted a family. That was always high on my list. But I didn't know it would happen, and so I'm really pumped about it. I'm really happy about it. And I have the sickest chick in the game. She's so awesome.
It all happened really fast and kind of all at once, but, you know, him and I have known each other for so long that there was a part of it that didn't feel scary, but...
Pero ¿desde cuándo se conocen estos dos, por el amor de Dios?
It's just such a big life decision that...
Pero ahí era una fan, ¿no? Era una fan. Era una foto que se sacó con él de fan, ¿no? Ah, estaba flipando. Digo, pero no, ¿qué cojones? Digo, no me encaja.
It was just... It was so much emotion all at one time.
¿Tú crees que puede entrar así en una tienda? Esto es increíble, de verdad. Justin Bieber de verdad. ¿Tú crees que te puede entrar en la tienda así a comprarte una botella de agua, tío?
So epic. Why do they work so well together? I don't know. I think she's probably got a lot of patience.
I think she's the only one that can put up with me. For real.
I'm so sorry. You forgive me? What about now?
Not yet. If I could handpick a girl from the stars, it would be Haley. She was the kind of girl I wanted him to be with.
I met Haley when she's probably 11, 12 years old. Her dad, Steven, brought her to the Today Show.
It was a long time ago. I mean, she was young. He was young. They were two kids.
First time me and Haley met, dang. I was on an early morning show, and she did not want to be there. For the most, like, young girls, though, back in the day, it was like, we want to see Justin Bieber, tight. Like, let's go. She was like, got there, her eyes
Bueno, y ahora también, cabrón, que sigue siendo Justin Bieber, hijo puta.
were like closed. She was like, nice to meet you. Like, she didn't care at all.
My name's Steve.
Bueno, no todo el mundo, pero hombre, sigue siendo Justin Bieber, coño. Tu nombre aún. Que mirad, por cierto, quién es el padre de su mujer, Hailey. Es el Alec Baldwin este. Hostia, esto es curioso tener imágenes de esto, ¿eh? Esto es increíble, ¿eh? Esto es increíble, tío. Aquí es el momento que se... Hola, soy Alec Baldwin. Soy un actor de Hollywood y esta es mi hija.
I think she, like, grew up, her dad was kind of in the industry. I think she was a little jaded at the time.
Ah, ese es el tío. Vale, vale. Es que se parece mucho, la verdad.
I'll blame it on her jadedness.
Al hermano. Al Alec Baldwin, ¿sabes? Se parece un
I
huevo,
think he is in a very unique position in that it is hard for him to understand people's motivations. If there's one thing that I've known about Haley from the first time that I had an actual conversation with her, is that she really loves Justin for Justin.
She loves her man, you know, and he loves her.
She's just a strong, smart, confident woman.
I find her to just be this unicorn.
Antes de llegar al oscuro te meten todo lo bonito, amigos. Ahora es el momento del amor. Escribiendo discos. Todo va bien. Y luego vendrá lo malo. Ya verás.
This this remarkable, remarkable person who's so caring and so
Claro, lo bonito es muy sencillo meterlo.
giving and so loyal.
Hay que rellenar.
Hi. Hi. This is my wife.
What does Haley think of the album? Haley loves the album. I think like she loves me being happy, and like even if the music sucks, she's so awesome and cares about me so much. She would just love the fact that I'm happy doing what I love, even if it was whack. Back in the studio, cutting the song Keep On Forgiving Me. This one over here, Haley, she just, every time I do something stupid, she forgives me, so there's that.
It's very different talking about something from the perspective of being somebody's partner. I get to observe this really amazing part of his life and this like transformation, and we get to do it together, and that's just, it's really different for me.
Yeah, Haley's been in the studio a lot. I think she finds a lot of fun and a lot of joy in being here in the process.
This girl forgives me left and right. I'm a damn nightmare.
Just her as an inspirational force in his life. I think it just gives more depth to his performances on the songs if when she's in the studio too, you know.
I miss my wife. Did you get that on tape? It wasn't doing it.
They're recording this album together, and I think it's fun for them both to do, and I think it's really fun for him to actually have somebody here with him.
Haley actually chimes in because she has a really good sense of music.
Uy, está empanado, ¿eh?
Yo vine por el chisme. Cuando dejo de hacer conciertos calza con el término de Selena, y creo que después de eso se casó con Aile. Sospechoso.
A ver, yo tampoco creo que traten ese chisme. Yo creo que va un poquito... El chisme va un poquito de drogas, ¿no? Tiempos oscuros. Claro, ese chisme no creo que vaya por ahí, la verdad.
Tells what he trusts her sense of music and kind of what she likes.
Yo creo que va por otro camino, ¿sabes?
One more time, let me get it again.
Oh, Haley's there. We look at her and like, do you love this? And it matters. We care about what Haley thinks. Like, her opinion is overly valued.
What about ETA?
Oh, bruh.
Yeah,
Say it
yeah.
again, Haley. Say it again.
ETA. Bueno, ETA es un grupo terrorista que estaba en España, ¿vale? Para...
I think there's always a little aspect of excitement that should be there and nerves that should be there when you're
Pero nada que ver con
involved
nada,
with
¿eh?
somebody, especially
No está hablando su mujer de ETA.
if it's your person and it's the right person for you.
Claro, para aclarar.
It makes me a little nervous sometimes. Like I blush and I get a little bit like cheesy. Can't help it.
Sometimes I still get nervous with her in the room for some reason, and it's weird, I know, but like, I don't know, she just makes me nervous because I love her so much and I want her to like my stuff. And it's about her too, so I'm like singing about her. It's just like, it's a weird thing, but it's awesome.
It's really hard being the muse of a whole album. Just kidding, don't put that in there.
Like the other day, she doesn't know this, but I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be done in 30 minutes. We're gonna go and eat. You wanna just go back and like get dressed and we'll go to eat? But really I was like basically getting her out of the studio so I could finish the song because I was like feeling pressure about like her being in there, but I didn't want to like make her feel bad about it. So I was like, I had to plan a dinner and I didn't have a dinner planned. So I was like, I had to get a table and everything, but it was good.
Haley Bieber for the Restoration Hardware Couch.
Stop, you're putting pressure on me.
She's got one sock on.
I remember
Y así es como se divierten los famosos, amigos. Así es como pasan el rato, coño.
calling my parents when we decided to get married,
Gracias, Vickers. Un saludito, crack. Que te vaya bien.
and I said, this is the time I need you to stop me from doing something crazy if you think this is a bad idea. Because in my heart, I knew that it's what I wanted to do, but I was like, just tell me right now if you think, okay, whoa, just relax and take a breath and think about this and see how you feel in like 24 hours or a week or something. And they were like, honestly, we think that this is meant to be for you, and we know that this is what you want, so we
Toma.
trust you. I was so close.
was like,
All right, wedding bells will be ringing for singer Justin Bieber and model Hailey Baldwin.
Justin Bieber and Hailey Baldwin confirming their engagement.
The two got engaged in the Bahamas over the weekend.
The couple dated 2 years ago, but they split up. However, they've been appearing together in recent weeks, fueling speculation that they were back together.
So it was like a couple months between them getting back together and him getting engaged to her. She was like, he promised me we wouldn't get engaged before November. And I was like, Hailey, he thinks it's October right now. He is great at so many things. Justin has no concept of time. And sure enough, like a month later, he was like, can you help me get a ring?
He was the first person I ever had real feelings for. When things kind of went south for a little bit and we went our separate ways, I just knew that no matter what the outcome was going to be, he was going to be somebody that I loved for the rest of my life, no matter what. He was always going to hold a special place in my heart.
More so not because she's his wife, but just because she's her. I felt more of a personal obligation to Hailey than I have of any girl he ever dated. So I was worried for Hailey more than anything just because I didn't want to see her get hurt again. But she was like very convinced that it was different. And honestly, the second that I spoke to him about it, I was like, maybe she's right.
¡Cállense, garrapatas! De verdad, esta gente, tío, que si es productor, cállense ya. Si no fuera por el dinero, ninguno estaríais ahí. De verdad, me pone nervioso, todos estos, tío. Si no fuera por el dinero, sudaría la polla Justin Bieber. No, es que lo quiero mucho, tal, sí. La polla. No lo digo por su mujer, lo digo porque si es productor, que si no sé qué, que si la estilista, que si no sé qué. No, es un cielo, lo amo. Venga, sí. Claro. Y el millón que cobras al año también lo amas, Tira para allá. Y eso se aplica a todos. Es que yo con el documental de Avicii quedé traumado, de verdad. Quedé traumado. Miradlo. Quedaréis traumados con este tema, tío. Con el tema de representantes, amigos, todos esos que tenía alrededor Avicii. Que Avicii estaba medio muerto, literal. Medio muerto. Que pesaba 20 kilos Avicii. Y todos los colegas, en lugar de decir, tío, mira, te secuestro y te saco de aquí si hace falta. No, haz conciertos, haz conciertos.
No wonder this burger tastes like absolute hell. Being able to spend my life with someone and know that there's always...
¿Dónde se puede ver el documental de Avicii? Creo que vas a tener que hacer Rebelio, y creo que no está en ninguna parte, la verdad. Y yo cuando no hay nada en ninguna parte hago Rebelio, las cosas como son. Pero creo que no está en ninguna parte.
That person to go back to, and always I get to share every moment with and get to share my life with and moments, and it just makes it so much.
¿Qué es Avicii? Ay, amigo, con más razón, mírate el documental de Avicii.
More rewarding.
Ay, amigo.
Just the idea of stability is something that I really never had growing up, and it's something that I've always really wanted.
She's just a pillar for
Es como hockey, pero peor, Avicii. Hockey es mejor.
And even anything he experiences in life, I think that she's
Como hockey, pero peor.
Confidence knowing that she's there as such a firm foundation and support. Like really, she's incredible.
I sleep great now that Justin is married and that she is around.
Ahora que Justin está casado con Hailey, duermo genial. Fantástico. Yo también.
Not only because I don't worry about
de verdad esta señora, tío. Es que de verdad es increíble, tío. Es que es increíble esta señora, tío.
Is there with him if something goes wrong. There's this very competent, capable, smart adult that is there to help him with it. And I also know he's much happier than the Justin Bieber 5 years ago.
I took my meds early. What do you mean?
You took them at 2. Yeah. You're supposed to take these at 3.
You know what I say to that?
Alright, freaking
Zip me up, girl!
Hey!
Zip me up!
I got you. Don't be nervous.
¿Qué coño es eso, tío?
I'm basically a hyperbaric oxygen chamber technician at this point.
¿Qué pollas es esto? ¿Qué pollas es eso, tío? Es una cámara hiper... ¿Pero para qué sirve? ¿Para qué sirve entrar ahí? Yo quiero uno. ¿Para qué sirve entrar ahí?